What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to another video by the Lazy Daze Channel. And we have got the long-awaited, the one, the only, Napoleon Marshals.
With us
ranking.
today! And here he is!
I fucking wish. Could you imagine? I think if I could meet one person... I
definitely want to meet both.
I think
I'd love to get pissed with them.
Oh, could you imagine? That short man syndrome would be jokes.
I'd have to tell him the AA joke. I'd have to give him the...
He wouldn't have the context, though.
I'd say it. At least I could say, like, I told a joke to an emperor. You know what I mean?
So this is what we're going to be doing today, and we're having a bit of fun. It's a Sunday, and
we're having some lovely.
We're enjoying ourselves.
Cola.
We're dropping our Patreon literally this week, so we're sort of getting into the role of it, getting into the swing of things, and we're trying to enjoy ourselves and try and focus on that. But more in that in another post later. We're going to jump into this one, so I think we should start, and we're going to follow Epic History TV's list. Now we really should have gone over these names, but.
It's kind of hard to remember names, especially if you're in a nightclub, let alone from past history in another language.
Yeah, nearly impossible.
But, you know, we have our memorable ones. We have the ones that we say, jog on.
Yeah, jog on. So we've got, first up step back, Perigon.
I was going to say Pidgeotto or something.
Terrible. I believe...
Jobsworth, I believe.
Yeah, he was stripped of his baton, did not support Napoleon when he come back. Also wounded and captured. Never served active command.
So what's the point in him being even...
Nah, fam.
Just
get into nah, fam.
That's just like woke privilege, really.
Yeah, woke privilege. We would know all about woke privilege, wouldn't we? Oh my god. Now you got what? Brune?
I'm going to say Bron or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Oh, we're fucking terrible.
Guys, honestly...
As you can see, this is non-alcoholic.
It's the uniforms that they have,
Yeah.
but he just looks clueless.
He does look fucking
He just looks clueless.
He was an early victorious divisional commander.
Okay.
Fierce, but plundered the Italian towns and took money from the Swiss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
he's the one that had the carriage broke down and was like, He was like,
Oh. So yeah, no, he pillaged the Spanish people.
He pillaged the Spanish people. He robbed them blind. Self-importance, and he could be a good diplomat, but then he sacked and rallied to Napoleon.
It's the pillaging of Spain that I'm really not.
He was also murdered and also hated by all the people.
It's kind of expected, really.
Yeah. I can put him in now, fam.
I'd agree with that.
I actually think he's probably worse than the other guy, you know?
Yeah.
Are we going to do this in an order? I think we should. Spend a little bit more time.
Okay.
I think we should put him... He is top of Narfam. I don't want him at all.
Yeah,
this guy is...
Yeah. I'm with that.
I can actually... That's where I'd switch it. I'd switch number 26 and number 25 of Epic History.
Okay.
Saria. So, got position... he only got his position because of power. So he only become a marshal because of his power. He was reliable but not spectacular. He got caught, but he come back to France, supported Napoleon, made it to marshal, got the flag... and burned. He got the flag and burned them. You remember the? I can't remember what fight it was. It was towards the end, I believe.
Yeah.
That was it. You know when France and Paris was getting captured, and it was the end.
Yeah.
He captured all the standards for the French Empire and burnt them so that the other opposing forces couldn't capture the flags. So that's quite cool.
I'd give him that, and he did go through what he did.
Yeah.
Could be better.
Could be better, with the potential, depending on the list, of going up to decent, I think.
Okay, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, he's not the best, but he's trustworthy.
Yeah, and he came back. He
and
did
reliable.
Did
not
what?
spectacular, but sometimes you just need reliable in your forces.
Okay, so we'll
especially when you've got this many marshals.
Okay, so do you want to put him in between for now? Or do you
I'm going to put him at the top of could be better.
Okay, yeah.
But with the potential of going
up to decent.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now we have Kellerman. Okay?
Yeah.
Right. Kellerman
Specialised in the army administration and training, his son served in the cavalry commanders.
Yeah, and it must be not that much more information.
I'd probably put him in could be better than.
Yeah, but below...
There's no major incidents to show that he was a...
That I've noted, so clearly I thought it was pretty unforgettable. You could always use some army administration, but yeah, I don't think it's anything spectacular. I think, we'll chuck him in could be better, and below Seria, I think. I'd rather someone sort of be reliable.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Grouchy, or Grouchy, as you always say. Yeah. Grouchy.
He does look like he's just woken up from a slumber.
He does. So he was created when Napoleon. So he he was created as a marshal.
Yeah.
When Napoleon come back from exile.
Okay, so he's only a marshal after his initial exile.
That's it. So he's lost the
okay.
Yeah. He embraced the revolution though. He'd done well in the Dragoon regiment in Friedland. He brought time for the right wing in Ragnam. Wounded Boronoro. I can't remember the name. But you remember
Boronoro?
That's it. Yeah. Survived the retreat from Moscow. Yeah. Wounded twice more in the Battle of France, and then blamed. But he was blamed for France's defeat because he must have been. What happened to him?
He only got a marshal after his initial thing. After that, but he did good enough to get away. He did retreat from Moscow. He was wounded, and he still kept going.
But does that make him a marshal?
No, I wouldn't put him in could be better. I wouldn't put him in decent.
I definitely wouldn't put him in decent, but
But why did he not get his? Why did he get his marshals baton after his exile? Why did he not get it before?
Maybe we're not remembering some of the political things.
It might.
Maybe it was just one of the other marshals going.
If anyone does know, please comment down below.
Yeah,
and let us know with the political stuff.
We've probably covered it. Because a lot of the marshals didn't like certain people and they were like pushing people down. Would you say he's better than these two though?
No.
I don't think so. But I don't think he deserves to be enough.
He doesn't deserve to be enough at all. I'd say third it could be better.
Yeah. And obviously this is our personal. We're not going on what's good for Napoleon.
We're going on the order of epic history, but we're doing our own little
our little twist.
System.
Our little twist. Because there's definitely someone down later that's going into Narfam.
Yeah.
So we've now got Moncey.
Joined in the army at 15, and the revolution started to get promoted to general. Supported the Napoleon coup. Limited as a general, and he was sole hearted command of the reserve troops. Fought in Spain with a mix of success, but in the dying empire times had only one last stand and decided to save for Ney.
He declared to save for Ney.
He was the one that
he goes up because loyalty is a big thing to us on this channel.
And he looks after.
We need ride or dies, and it don't have to be your bitch.
Yeah, it ain't got to be your bitch.
No,
your boy can give you clap cheeks too.
I just need someone that when I text them, they're there.
Yeah, and he looks after Napoleon's remains. So I've got to give it to him.
He's got to be at least in either good or decent, isn't he?
I've got to say good or decent. Yeah, he started at 15, young age. He was committed to the cause. Couldn't really do a lot because he was only part of the reservists.
He was soft-hearted commander.
Yeah, but he stuck up for Ney, and he looks after Napoleon's remains. I'd say that's good. It's commitment.
We haven't got even a decent. I say we'll put him in the same place as Seria, which is the top of decent for now, with the potential moving up to good.
Okay.
Depending on how we feel a bit later.
Okay. Okay. I'll take that. Yeah.
Yeah. Sweet.
But I would like to move him up. I'm not gonna.
Okay.
Lie.
So we can argue that in a bit.
Doesn't matter that we don't have a good or a goated now. I would like to argue that later on that I think he should be in good.
Yeah. Okay. We can do that. No worries. Right. Okay. So now we have Poniatowski, and I think this was the Polish marshal that died just recently after getting it. Remember, he fell on his horse, or someone did. Nephew of the King of Poland, never fully trusted Napoleon's aims. He supported campaigning in Glacier, In Russia's invasion, he proved himself at the at Bernadotte. By the end of the retreat of the Fifth Corps destroyed. I don't know what that means.
By the end of the retreat, 5th Corps was destroyed. 8th Corps, Germany Leipzig fight got Marshal. Only non-French men
to be honoured and held as a marshal, I believe.
Right.
Held key villages on the southern front at the rear guard and had... there we go. Had the bridge blown beneath him, was swept from his saddle and drowned, and died after being a marshal for 4 days.
Yeah, I remember this guy. Man, that was so unlucky, bro.
Do you know what? I'm going to put Marseille up to good, and I'll put him decent. To decent because he wasn't...
it floods back to me. Yeah, he had the bridge taken from underneath.
That's it, and he was only
a
a marshal for 4 days. He even became a marshal.
I felt sorry for him, bro.
Yeah.
I did feel sorry for him, but he was decent, bro.
So we'll put him in decent, and we'll put Marseille
happy with that. I'm happy with
up
that.
to good, I think. I'm happy with that as well. Okay, and now we have Jourdan, or how you say it, Jourdan.
Got to general in the Revolutionary War. First used the balloon. First use of the balloon.
The balloon tactic.
Balloon tactic.
Yeah. Conscription, good terms.
Yeah.
With Joseph.
Had a hard time in Spain with the Spanish resistance, and the other marshals would not listen to him. Soult was a prime offender
of Victor's insubordination.
Defeat 2 years later, went back to be outflanked and never held. Jesus, yeah. This is flooding back to me, bruv. I can't remember these little bits in these videos.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I think he needs to go down here, you know.
Hello.
I think he needs to go down here.
Yeah? Is that where you want to put him? Could be better?
I think at the bottom it could be better as well.
Bottom could be better. Yeah, I mean...
The balloon tactic's cool.
Yeah.
The conscription's in good terms with Joseph. That must be Josephine, I think. That's probably how he got his power. Had a hard time in Spain. That's an issue because that whole Spain conflict
Spain debacle was just a mess from the start.
It was the ulcer of fucking Napoleon's campaign.
Yeah,
it was the correctest description of that.
It wasn't good.
It was not good. The invasion of Russia proved... No, that was the other person. The fact that he wasn't able to get any other marshals to listen to him, I think, is a big no-no. You can't gain the respect of your other marshals.
Yeah.
I don't want someone that might, like, if they're too weak and they're not able to fight their cause and stick up for themselves, how are they going to take lead? And these are my marshals.
So do you want to put him in could be better? Or do you think he deserves a Narfam?
I don't know if he deserves an Narfam. I've got him at the bottom of could be better.
Yeah, could be better.
I think at the bottom as well.
He don't deserve a Narfam.
No, but I don't think he deserves to be... Decent, but do you think he deserves to be above some of these guys? Like Jourdan? Grouchy, sorry. Or am I just being a bit too harsh, do you think?
I don't know. I'd say put him up one from could be better.
Yeah? So what? Like this, yeah? Okay. Yeah, I can deal with that.
I'd probably,
I can deal with that.
Okay, so we've got Bernadotte next.
Bernadotte, I recognise the name. He come up a lot.
It's his fucking hat, man. He raised to the ranks quicker than Napoleon did.
Yeah, so he was a rapid promotion in the Revolutionary, quicker than Napoleon.
Yeah.
He had the highest standard of his men. I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
He was a very strict commander. He had the duel with his senior staff, who apparently took a bribe.
Yeah.
Between him and there was a rivalry between him and Napoleon, and also angered Berthier for arresting a subordinate for insolation. Do you remember that?
Insubordination,
Yeah. He married someone's sister. I don't know.
Yeah, but didn't help the coup.
Yeah.
Napoleon suspected.
Oh, it must have been. It must have been Napoleon's sister. Or Napoleon's fiance's sister.
The one that moved to,
I think it was Napoleon's fiance's.
Was it Prussia? Who was the one that married into the family, like, I can't remember where
That's
he married
Sweden.
into.
That was Sweden. That was Sweden.
Who married?
And he was still the king for God knows how long. That was Sweden.
Yeah.
That was Sweden. I think they're later. They're
That's
much
later on.
Yeah.
Missed 2 battles only where he got wounded before.
Yeah. Napoleon suspected him of plots. Those. He commanded the First Corps at the Battle of Austerlitz.
Yeah.
Only a mini part at the back. Didn't support Davout. Nearly court-martialed for that. He missed 2 battles. One where he got wounded before Friedland, like you said, and then he was the one who became the crown prince of Sweden.
Yeah.
Good man, but wasn't a good marshal for Napoleon. So how are we doing this? Do we like him?
I'd kind of say that I think he kind of saw what was going to happen future on, and he just wanted to.
So where do you want to put him?
I'd put him second decent, I think.
Second decent, not up in good, no?
No.
You're happy to put him here,
I'd
yeah?
put him either first or second decent.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Although it didn't help much with Napoleon. He did for himself quite well.
Yeah. That,
with everything
for
that
sure
happened.
he did. Let me... Oh. There we go. That's what I want. I want his name above. Sorry. I also agree. He was an amazing man, and a good commander.
Yeah.
And had a lot going for him. But as a marshal for Napoleon, no. Jourdan.
Jourdan?
Yep. Here. Oh, let me just... Oh, I went too far. No, I didn't. Yeah, I did.
Got kicked out of 3 militaries before joining the French Revolution.
Oh, I remember that. I do remember that. That's fucking jokes.
What a guy.
He was highly effective divisional commander. Early victories over the Spanish are called brigade fight. Looting problems and boastful. Was a reserve in Austerlitz in the Battle of Jena against Prussia. There you go. On the southern flank of Aileu was strapped on a horse but still rode into battle.
Yes. I remember this.
Yeah.
He was fucked.
He was absolutely
He couldn't do
fucked.
anything. He was fucked. So
And he was like, fucking strap me
on, boys, and we're going for it.
Yeah,
Gold.
man. So we'll see. He's definitely in good. He's definitely in good.
Yeah.
Let's see. He was ordered to advance, got lost in a blizzard. Oh no, he whipped out his 2 pistols on his horses and shot beneath them. Oh no. Blizzard, but his unit got wiped out and his horse got shot beneath him, but he made it back in 1708. 1807. Never the same again. Had to do a 7. Yeah, he wasn't that great afterwards.
I mean, I probably wouldn't be after that shit.
Yeah. You still think he's going?
I've got to put him somewhere, bro. But the fact of my man's just, I don't care.
Top or good?
I'm gonna die.
Top or good?
I will go top or good for that.
Yeah, top or good.
Yeah, but I might argue that later on in the fact.
That's calm.
The fact that he said, my man struck me up, let's go. And he still returned. He got back. My guy got back. Mad.
Right, and then we have the Brave, whatever it was.
Yeah, so 16 years of service before the French Revolution. Protected the royal family.
Oh, that's quite cool. Good divisional commander, good to his men.
But he did receive wounds while doing that. Protecting the family.
Oh, the protecting the family, yeah.
1799 supported the coup.
He worked under Salts and
Yes.
learned a lot from him, and he was a good tactician. 1799, like you said, he supported the coup. The invasion of Russia, he commanded the Old Guard on the retreat of Russia, demanded to do it on foot, and led at the head of the guard all the way. His son, 27, didn't make it. He was only 14, and the last child led his last child, and he led the Old Guard in the defence of France and forced Napoleon to abdicate. That's the problem. He forced Napoleon to abdicate, but
he took front line of the retreat.
Yeah. And he lost his kid. And also, it was at the very, very end, and he was like, I think he might have been the one It all depends. I can't remember if he advocated for Napoleon's son to get power or for Napoleon to give it all up.
But I think if he's advocated for Napoleon to give it all up, I think it's a fair point.
I think he's in good.
He lost his 14-year-old son in fucking war.
I'd want him there. I would want him there.
I'd want him.
And even then, I'm the type of person to go up to me and go, "We're fucked."
Yeah.
There's
no way.
You have to do this.
I'm telling you now, I'm going to be the one leading this front at the front.
That's it. But not just that. At the very end, like going.
Yeah. Listen, mate.
I was there in France with you. I led that. I was there with you 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Right? I've been with you for years.
Fucked,
Enough's enough. There's nothing we can do.
Done.
It's done.
We are done.
Right, that's it. I think you can't argue with that. No.
I want to put him going.
You want to put him going?
I want to put him going. I really do.
That's a spicy one.
Okay. I want to put him going though, man. I do.
That's a spicy one.
Because he's just there, man. The fact he lost his son, he was the one that actually said, "I want to be at the front of this retreat. I want to be there." And he's told Napoleon, "Look, mate, come on."
That's a spicy one still.
We'll leave him up there for now.
I don't know.
I kind of think, yeah.
Okay. All right.
I kind of, yeah.
Okay. Mortier is our next one.
Wow,
Mortier.
Oh. On his first fight, got wounded twice and praised by his commander. So, straight away, he's either literally getting involved in it and he's being clipped, or he's just stayed at the back and some stray shots have banged him.
Yeah, man.
So it's a 50-50 on the start. Right? Okay. 1803, the invasion war. The invasion was done with
diplomacy and unopposed. So the 1803 invasion.
Yeah.
So was that the one with the bridge, where him and the other guy convinced the other team that there was an armistice or something like that, and they could cross.
Oh my god, yeah.
That might be the case, but I'm unsure.
Yes, I remember what you're on about. Yeah, they tricked the entire fucking lot.
Yeah. So I think that might be what I'm talking about.
Genius,
there.
Bro. Some of these, like the ideas that some of these men had was
so fucking brilliant.
Just tell them that it's an amnesty. Come on.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, fuck it.
That'd be me.
We've got an amnesty, fam. Come over, innit?
That'd be me and you. You would be like, let's go in guns and blazing. I'd be like, hold on, cuz let me see if I can chat my way through this, innit?
I can't believe that worked, you know.
Literally, jokes. And then at 1805, he was in Austria, led the retreat and got trapped, but then escaped. At Friedland, he had the control of the left wing.
Was this the commander that got surrounded and only lit like a few?
And the two pistols out of the door. Is that the one you see?
No. They got surrounded, but only like a few of them. Yeah, but only like a few of them made it out. There was hundreds of them. Only like a few
was
made
it the
out.
Cossacks?
They might have been getting attacked by the Cossacks.
I can't remember.
But I'm pretty sure this was on like the retreat from Russia. Thinking about it.
No, Austria is different from Russia.
Yeah. But I'm thinking about it now. I think it might be a retreat from Russia.
Yeah. At Friedland, led control of the left wing.
Mm-hmm.
Well liked by all, but did not engage in the bickering between the other marshals. I like that a lot.
Okay, yeah.
Like
doesn't want to get involved with the childish. Yeah.
Yeah, him and Oudinot, I can't say his name.
Yeah.
Had the pistol shot trick.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was the commander in Spain, but was recalled back to France to train the young guard, and then led the young guard in the 1812 Russia.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? I remember that.
I remember
him coming back.
A marshal coming back from Spain.
Yeah. To lead the young guard and train them. I remember that.
Right.
His corps was sacrificed for the retreat of Russia, and he couldn't help the fatigue and exhaustion continue to lead the old guard after this. Was in heavy fighting in Leipzig, but was he defended Paris in 1814. Napoleon never considered him for major individual command. Yeah. After Napoleon was defeated, he was ambassador to Russia and died defending the restored king.
So Napoleon didn't make him.
No, I'm chucking him indecent, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing that jumps out to me here.
Nothing that really jumps out and says he was an arsehole.
He might have been funny and so on and so forth, but he was never considered for individual command. Mm-hmm. That's a big thing for me.
But I do like the fact that he didn't get involved in the bickering of all
I like that a lot, I do, but at the same time,
you
need to
got
contribute.
To put your 50p in there.
Yeah, you need to
put your 50 pence in there.
No, sometimes you don't need to bicker at all. Like, I think sometimes you don't need to, as long as like there's a difference between not being listened to and then not involving someone else in your opinions.
Yeah, okay.
Do you get what I'm saying? If you're saying stuff and people are ignoring you, that's one thing. But if you're going up to Napoleon and going, I don't give a fuck what they're saying, I'm going to go do this for you and I'm going to achieve this, leave me to go do it, is that okay? Yeah, go fuck off, I can rely on you, that's good.
Yeah.
That's reliable, but at the same time, if you're not...
It's a bit snaky, really, isn't it? Like,
I don't think so.
I get it. I get that it's not, because I understand it, but at the same time, you're all on the same level with these guys. You've gone up to the big boss and you're like, look, bruv, give me 10 minutes, let me go and just do my thing. And you're like, yeah, go on.
I don't think that's sneaky at all. If I'm in Spain and you guys are arguing about this area over here, or I'm on the left wing and I'm like, well, my left wing plan is to go do this, and this, and I
have to wait for the others.
Yeah, but 9 times out of 10, I'm not going.
Yeah, but if not, I can't get where you are coming from.
If someone acts like that and someone is that independent, you can go, this corp here is my fucking my playing card, my fucking card up my sleeve. They're going to be on my left hand side, and I'm going to go, you go do this, and he's going to go, I'm going to go do it like this. I'm going to go, okay, that's fine. Like, I'm going to give you a task, you go do it. Like, I trust you. Like, but I don't think this guy was, because he was never like in charge of independent command. If he was able to have that independent command and be able to go up to Napoleon and go, I'm going to go do this because you need it done, and him go, sweet, no worries, and then not get involved, have to get involved in bickering. That's calm. But I think I just don't think. I think he's decent, if that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Bottom of decent, or do you think he's I prefer Bernadotte for sure.
Yeah.
Like, for sure, and I think he had a lot more potential. I think it was real shame that he got it so late.
Marmont.
I see Jack's glass empty, so we're going to take a short break. Okay, Marmont.
Sounds like posh French chocolate. Chocolat.
So, he was involved in the Egyptian conflict and backed Napoleon's coup. He was in Napoleon's close circle.
Place to be.
Marmont was the one who come up with the plan to get the cannons through the Alps, help secure a victory that would stop the Second Coalition. That was big. That was very, very big.
Yeah.
He became the Inspector General and didn't become one of the first marshals, though. He missed the victory in Austerlitz in Wagram. He was held in reserve for friendship between ourselves. You not justified this to me. I think he was one of the ones... Remember when Napoleon gave the marshal to him and he was like, for friendship?
Yes.
I think that's what I mean there. So he was held in reserve for friendship between ourselves. You have not justified this to me. So I think you have not justified the baton.
Yeah, you've not given me a reason to give you a baton.
Yeah. So I think that was what that was. So that's a bit of a shame, and that was an insult. He was in the Battle of Salamanca in Spain. He was an early casualty. I think we remember that battle. That was a real bad battle. Salamanca, and like the left flank got injured really quick.
I think so, yeah.
He was back in Leipzig. He held the northern sector very well and made the Austrians pay a high price for the village in the Battle of France. He guarded Paris and manoeuvred well, but in the Battle of Lyon, he got caught by surprise. He was the one who negotiated the city's surrender at the end, and was Napoleon's comment about loyalty. Was that the reason why Marmont switched sides? Is what I've written there. So he is the one that got the baton for friendship.
I'd probably say good. Only for a matter of getting the cannons through to the Alps.
Is
100%.
fucking... But it's the switching sides which is a bit
Yeah,
wrong. But I
that
do agree...
really- it does hit there.
But I do agree with what you're sort of saying, that Alps feat is absolutely insane.
Yeah,
Now,
I don't think
might...
any of the others would have been able to comprehend being able to do that.
Do you think he goes to the top of good, or do you think his loyalty is what puts him at the bottom of good?
I kind of want to put him at the bottom of good for his loyalty.
Yeah,
that's
not in front of Marseille.
Yeah, that's the biggest problem is his loyalty.
I sort of agree with that. I do agree with that. So we have Sincere. Terrible at fucking names. So, he was more respected than loved.
Yeah.
Apparently he was hard to work with, didn't really support Napoleon's coup, and was sidelined in 1805. Okay? He was not a fan of Napoleon. In 1808, he commanded in Spain, lost, and then got replaced and left early. He ignored orders. In 1812, in the Russian campaign, he worked under Oudinot on the north wing. Oudinot got wounded, so Sincere took command and turned the defeat into a victory. So that's kind of cool, and that's what got him the baton. 2 weeks later, he got wounded and sent back home, so he didn't suffer from the retreat in Dresden. Napoleon and St. Cyr finally worked together. They gained a respect. Then St. Cyr's defence of Dresden helped Napoleon's victory. He had to surrender after Leipzig and took no part in the 100 Days. He was in the... I put him in the Narfam. He didn't... he voted... He didn't vote to save Nay. Yeah. So that's where it puts him bad. So basically, he
voted against him, or he didn't bother?
He voted to kill him.
Scumbag.
Yeah, Narfam, yeah.
Scumbag.
So there's so many things.
But
and he ended up gaining that respect.
He was respected but not loved.
Yeah.
He turned a defeat into a victory.
But the problem with it, my man, is you're a rat.
Yeah.
And even though you're good and you are I'm just not happy with it.
I can't justify it.
I can't justify it either. Yeah, I think the problem that he's got is he might be reliable, but you just don't want a snake in your camp. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like let's say like you had an opponent, like you was playing airsoft and there was an opponent squad and there were like some sick guys in there, but there was one knobhead. And he was the best one out of all of them. I'd rather not have him on my team.
Yeah.
If he don't meld well with what you've got going on,
if he doesn't go with the team, then it's just not.
It's not worth it. Like, yeah, you can't have a piece that isn't sort of melding well. Yeah. So Oudinot, we've heard him a lot. Oudinot. So we've heard him a lot. So go on, Jack.
In the Revolution, fought and got wounded multiple times and rised quickly
Through the ranks.
He worked with Massena and the chiefs of staff in the Battle of Auschwitz. He fought on the front even though he was wounded 2 weeks earlier.
Ooh.
Caught a British ship.
So his unit was used in a later part of the fight and he helped secure that victory.
Yeah.
And he caught a British ship. Then at Friedland, held up the Russian army until Napoleon arrived to give the victorious blow.
Yeah, okay.
In 1809, the Battle of Aspern, was wounded again with Lannes, died of his wound. He passed command to Oudinot. Oh, no. When Lannes died of his wound. So basically, he was wounded again.
Yeah.
Then when Lannes died of his wounds, he was passed command
Yeah.
to Oudinot. He led them with such success in Wagram that Napoleon said it was Massena and not Oudinot that were the reasons for victory. Yeah, he was the marshal for the army. He was promoted 2 weeks after Wagram. In 1812, he led the second corps into Russia, was wounded and passed the command to St. Cyr 10 weeks later. He was back with his corps and marching the south. He led the vanguard for the crossing. He got shot from the saddle, took to a cottage surrounded by Cossacks and attacked with 2 pistols at the open door, and then was rescued by friendly troops. Yeah. This was the one you was thinking about.
Yeah.
In 1813, back with the army, so he got back with them, led the advance to Berlin, but was defeated and retreated in the wrong way, I think. Yeah, the wrong direction. In Leipzig, he worked directly under Napoleon and commanded the two divisions of the Young Guard, served as a commander in 1814, but did not say to Napoleon to abdicate, did not break his oath to the monarchy, but declared his neutrality, and also did not serve Napoleon when he come back from exile. Was wounded 36 times. I still think he's fucking goated.
Goated.
Absolutely goated. He stayed neutral. He was
Stayed neutral the whole time.
Stayed neutral.
Even when wounded multiple times, my man was still going.
Yeah, man.
And then he's still bigging it up in a guy's cottage. In
I think he's above. I think he's above.
Yeah.
He's at top of goated for the moment.
Full goated.
Full goated. I like it, Jack. I like it. Right, while I set this out, do you want to get the next one out? I think it is Victor.
Victor, French Revolution, was a sergeant 8 years of service since 1793 and had command and worked with Napoleon, both to gain more positive...
Sorry, yeah, my notes are terrible. Where are you? More positions served under Napoleon in Italy.
Was a good bridge commander.
Brigade commander, did not support Napoleon's coup and was close friends with Lannes, who got him to work as the chief of staff at the Battle of Vienna. He was the deputy. Was given command of the 10th Corps, but got captured by a Russian patrol and then was exchanged in 1807. Took place of Bernadotte, led a successful brave attack, then was promoted in 1808. Went to Spain. He had a better record than most, but seemed to go after personal gains, wouldn't cooperate. He failed in the siege of Cadiz, the southern Spanish town. The invasion of Russia, he led the 9th Corps, helped in the reserve, but kept busy defending the supply lines from the Cossacks. He tried to help on the retreat from Russia. He was the rear guard and held his own, led the attack in Dresden, the last Napoleon victory. He fought in Friedland and helped Napoleon in the Battle of France, was not able to capitalise on the mistakes and was relieved of command, but continued in the Young Guard 2 weeks later, was badly wounded and did not fight anymore after he went to the Bourbon monarchy. He led the investigation into the formal commanders and supported the execution of Ney. He is the fucking scumbag.
Dickhead.
He is all the way fucking over here in Narfam. Do you know what I mean?
I'm putting him below Narfam.
Yeah, like rap. This white area is all Victor, and it is just rap. It is scumbag. It is do not go near.
Until we've ranked everyone else. This guy's a little dickhead on his own.
Yeah, nah, like you can fucking fuck off.
Fuck the guy.
Fuck off. Absolutely fuck off.
Murat, let's go.
Right, my notes get a bit more confusing here, Jack, so let's have fun.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't separated them. So,
oh my.
Yeah, you see what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're probably going to have to leave me to do these.
Okay.
Right. So, Murat, he was a cavalry regiment, went to Italy with Napoleon and made a name for himself as a cavalry commander. Mm-hmm. He was good looking, 6 foot tall, and a ladies' man.
Ooh.
He went to Egypt and captured the Ottoman commander in the cavalry charge. Murat saved the day for the Napoleon coup. Sorry. He married Napoleon's younger sister in 1800.
Oh.
He commanded the French cavalry at the Battle of Marignano. When Napoleon became emperor, Murat was one of the first marshals, only below Napoleon and Berthier, Prince of the Emperor.
Yep.
Oh, no, wait. Yeah. And below Berthier, the Prince of the Empire. And Berthier, sorry. So he was only lower than Napoleon and Berthier. Yeah?
Yeah.
New sentence, because there was no full stop, and that's why I was getting confused. The Prince of the Empire, him and Lannes, who did... don't know where that Prince of the... Ignore that Prince of the Empire bit. Him and Lannes, who didn't like each other, bluffed the Austrian. So remember...
Yeah.
So him and Lannes... Where have I fucking lost my position? I'm sorry. It was going so well, and now it's not. Right, so him and Lannes, who didn't like each other, bluffed the Austrian men to not blow up the bridges, would march after their entire enemies. Get their entire fucking units across. Fuck me. We like Murat, by the way.
We do.
He didn't listen to orders very well, but he was an inspirational leader. In Austerlitz and Jena, he led a decisive charge at Ayla and led a mass cavalry charge which saved the battle, but cost a lot in lives and horses. Maybe too much to obviously be able to come back from.
Yeah.
So he didn't listen to orders very well. He was an inspirational leader in Austerlitz and in Jena. He led a decisive charge at Ayla and had a mass cavalry charge which saved the battle but cost a lot in lives and horses.
Yeah.
In Spain, Murat was the one who ordered the first executions, leading to a bigger outbreak, becoming the leader of Napoleon in the invasion of Russia. Blah, 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 blah. He led the cavalry and also was the second in command. He had to face the Cossacks multiple times. Murat led at the front 90% of the time. The Cossacks wanted him alive and respected him and tried to convince Napoleon to hold the advance at Moscow. So basically, that's an end of the sentence. Remember when they wanted... he was respected by the Cossacks?
Yep.
Yes, and they wanted him. And then basically, he told Napoleon to hold the advance at Moscow and at Borodino. Murat at his best was when he was attacking at the front. He was an inspiration to others, and in the attack of Borodino, when they were retreating from Russia, he was also another inspiration.
Okay, so I want to put him good.
But when Napoleon left him in charge, he fled to his own kingdom of Naples. Yeah, no, remember he fled to Naples. Yeah. He asked to join the coalition against him to keep his crown. Remember that when he was in Naples, the bottom of Italy? Yeah, so he might not be good, Jack. He didn't get a response, so he went to Napoleon's side in the end. He saw himself as better than most of the marshals. He was fearless as ever in the fight of Dresden and paved the way for victory, but nearly got captured twice in battle. Led another great charge in the Battle of Leipzig. Got close to being captured at the centre, but he was not to be. When Napoleon retreated, Napoleon retreated to France, Murat went back to his kingdom. Like I said, yeah. He was a cool commander in that. I think he's got to be top of decent. I think top of decent is cool, but he fucked off.
Second decent.
Second decent?
Yeah, because he...
I think he's better than this guy. This guy died too early and...
Yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
And I think he's better than Bernadotte. Like this guy was cool, but we've got him in decent because we didn't see his potential.
Yes, yeah, that is very true.
Yeah?
That's very true.
You see what I'm saying? Okay, let me... Oh, that's going to be long. Okay. Murat. Bessieres. It's the same thing, so you're going to have to I'll do it, it's fine. So Bessieres is the next one. Whilst I sort this out. Can you read it?
1795, a Napoleon new unit commander, was a good cavalry commander and proved himself in Egypt. One of the few men Napoleon considered a friend. Elite Councillor Guard commander, we liked 1805 Battle of Auschwitz. Commander of Imperial Guard, but Napoleon had his guard back. In Spain, he acted quickly, securing key towns and roads to win a
Where are you?
roads to win a victory in Spain, where he was outnumbered 2-1, but didn't exploit his victory when Napoleon came back to revisit the Canaries? Same.
To when Napoleon come back.
Oh yeah.
In the Battle of Austerlitz, he was outnumbered 4-1.
Yeah.
He led a very well timed cavalry charge, saving the fight at the high cost of Lannes.
Mm-hmm.
He accused Bessieres of holding back, and he wept for him. He was honest about the situation in Spain, saying that the best thing to do is to give up some territory as the supply lines and the situation is worsening. He helped Massena in the battle against Wellington, but was blamed for not sending in the cavalry to support Massena's attack. The invasion of Russia, he led the elite guard of the cavalry and was kept in the reserve. He saw little action until the retreat, when he led an advanced guard, and in 1813 he had scouting positions and then was shot in the chest with a cannonball, a big loss to Napoleon.
I remember that.
Yeah, so he was a good commander. I think he can go in good, but he just can't be.
He's definitely not goated.
He's definitely not goated, and I'd say he's at the bottom of good.
I was going to say the good or decent.
Yeah. Good or decent?
Yeah, it's between good or decent, I reckon.
He's below. Do you reckon he's actually below Murat?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'd say he's below. Right.
Okay. Okay then. No worries. Right, so next we have McDonald.
Kentucky Fried Chicken and a pizza.
So, McDonald. 1977.
1977.
Sorry, 1977? 1799, he was the commander of the army in Naples. He got wounded. He went against the coalition, was defeated. He assisted in the coup for Napoleon. He also marched his army through the Alps against Italia. So he obviously was with Oudinot, who done the cannons.
Stood up for a friend who attempted an assassination of Napoleon, which affected his rise in 1806. Was an advisor to Napoleon, 26-year-old stepson, commanding the army Italia. I was there for Wagram's second day.
He made an open square and was in charge of the 10th Corps in Russia, in Russia's left flank. Relatively quiet campaign. 1813, become a senior marshal. The big blunder in the Katzbach conflict in 1813, obviously he was the cause for it. Napoleon still respected him, and at Leipzig was in the thick of because he was in the thick of the fight at Leipzig.
Yeah.
He was in the rear guard of the French retreat.
Okay.
He was there and shocked to see the chaos when the bridge got blown. Remember the guy, Polizzi, died in that? He was on the wrong side of it and he had to swim across. Always spoke his mind to Napoleon, and him and Ney were the ones to first confront Napoleon to abdicate.
Good.
Napoleon did ask him to negotiate for him. He may not have liked him, but he's the man of his word and remained faithful to the end.
I've got to say good.
Yeah, I think top of good as well, I think.
I think, that's a good call. Top
yeah,
good.
Because the thing with it as
spoke
well...
his mind.
Spoke his mind, and I think I
Napoleon
remember...
also had that trust in him.
I also think I remember Napoleon said that he never gave him as much trust as he should have.
Yeah. And the fact of, like, my guy's on the other side of the bridge and he's just like, yeah, no, fuck it, I've got to swim over.
Yeah, literally. So we're putting him at top of good, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy
good.
with that.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Okay. Now we have Massena. Good old Massena. Can you read Massena?
Was at the siege of Toulon, worked well with Napoleon and plundered, and the troops worked well with Napoleon, plundered, and troops went without food and pay. In defence of the Italian warfare, given Napoleon enough time to cross the Alps, were made into a marshal in 1804, said that there are 14 of us, but
he was the one who said there was 14 of us, but proved he was a good... so he was the one who said there was 14 of us, right? He proved he was a good... Sorry.
We're getting really good at words.
That's fine. A lot of this will get edited out. He said there was 14 of us. He was good with independent roles. While hunting, he got shot in the face and lost an eye in 1809. The crossing of the Dune in the war against Austria, he was appointed to the commander of the invasion of Portugal and didn't want to go and complained he was exhausted. He brought along his mistress, disguised, remember? Yeah. It was a bad invasion and could not command other marshals to help him. This was a pointless invasion, blamed other marshals, and never held position again. But Wellington held him in high regard because he fought well.
Battle of Waterloo.
Yeah. No, I don't think he fought in the Battle of Waterloo. He was in Portugal. Remember when Wellington went to Portugal for a little bit before he went to the Battle of Waterloo?
Yes.
Yeah. It was
Yes.
But he complained.
He complained that no one else helped him, but no one else
blamed. I do remember no one else did. Was it justified? Massena. I do remember Massena. I do remember his name.
I want to put him probably good.
I do as well.
I'd probably say good. Not goated.
Whereabouts in good would you say?
Third, fourth, maybe.
Yeah, I'm happy with third or fourth. Okay. Nice. Okie dokie. And then we have... Oh, there we go. Put Massena in third.
Yeah.
So we have Grouchy.
Grouchy.
So he was at the Siege of Toulon.
Mm-hmm. Made friends with Napoleon in the Italian confrontation with Napoleon and learnt men need to be fed and well paid, which the French did not.
So basically, he always made sure that his troops were sort of fed and paid, unlike many of the other ones.
Kind of already want to put them in goated.
Yeah. That is so good.
Solid.
So he had an independent campaign at Nice against the Austrians in 1805. He was demoted by only having the command of a division in Lannes' court. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. At Austerlitz, his division proved themselves, and he then led the attack against the Russians in Jena in 1808. When he went to Spain, his first battle went badly. The communication got confused, and there was communication caused by a drummer. He then had that drummer shot. Remember? Yeah. He then got 2 quick victories after this. He done his best against the guerrillas in Spain, by making sure the Spanish civilians were well looked after, sticking with the fact that he's kept his men well looked after. He could count on the French they could count on him to enforce disciplinary and make sure his men were well fed. Oh, I've done that twice. Even well fed in the Spanish campaign as well. He won respect and got good results. Had a bunch of successful sieges on the east coast of Spain, and that's where he got his baton. The situation got worse, so to no fault of his own, he had to withdraw on the abdication of Napoleon. On the abdication of Napoleon, he was still undefeated when Napoleon come back and had command of the south and an independent command to keep France's enemies out. So remember when he was the one who had to defend the south? I think he should be up and goated.
Third goated?
Yeah. I'm happy with third goated.
I'm happy with third goated. Lovely.
Nice. And then instantly this next one goes up in goated.
Mr. Nay.
Mr. Nay.
You fucking Donny, you.
Fucking Donny, mate.
God.
Signor Nay is an absolute fucking Donny. absolute Donny. Whereabouts in? Are we going to put him in 4? Because he did, even though we have this personal bias, because he was such a Donny and he was a British man at heart. There were fuck ups.
Yeah.
There were fuck ups.
Oh, wait, let's go over it anyway. He was a fine horseman and fencer. Acted very bravely and was wounded once and captured once in 1792 to 1796. Refused promotion multiple times, but did become a general of a brigade. And then in 1800, Swift and Easy Switzerland married Napoleon's stepdaughter, which was made a marshal when Napoleon became emperor. Very nice, put a crown on his own head.
He ignored orders and was aggressive in his tactics. This could get him into trouble. In the Battle of Jena, he ignored orders and got cut off at the Battle of Friedland. And got cut off. At the Battle of Friedland, he led the attack, which was crucial, shattering the left, and was Napoleon's best victory. Was one of Napoleon's best commanders and gained Duke of Elicia. Don't know what that is. 1808. He led the corps in Spain. In the retreat of Russia, he took the rear guard, fought in the middle of everything. Then when they were outmaneuvered, they managed to escape against the Cossacks. And people were drowning in the river. Remember, they had to go across the rivers, and that's it. Their whole corps got down to 800 men, and he led from the rear of that rear guard and was the last person to cross the bridge.
Yeah.
In the very end. Yeah,
Full on gutted.
Are we going to chuck him at the top? Or
no.
No, I think he needs to be.
I think that's a respectable place. Yeah. Gutted is respectable enough.
I think so.
He did fucking sublime.
So we have number 4. Why have Sulz. So Sulz, he had a feud with Ney and was a divisional commander. In 1799, Sulz was shot in the knee in the Italian Ingolola. He had a strict discipline and trained his men hard. In 1804, he got made a marshal and fought against the Third Coalition. He was great at planning and was a great tactician. Great at independent command, which is the thing we keep talking about as well. But didn't lead from the front. When in Spain, was left with the task to capture the more British army. Don't know what that means. Sorry, guys. My notes are terrible.
More troops, I'm guessing.
Yeah. But struggled to operate with other commanders. In 1809, he replaced Jourdan. Where have I lost myself? Yeah.
Jourdan.
He also consulted in looting in Spain. Made himself very wealthy. Mixed success in the Spanish Wars. In 1803, he took command again in Spain with new conscripts. It was a bad situation. He was able to get discipline and order back, rallied to Napoleon when he come back, and he also warned Napoleon about Wellington, and become president 3 times afterwards.
I'd probably want to put him in decent.
Yeah, he's indecent. No, I think he's good.
Yeah?
Mate, the fact he was a good tactician, he was good at planning things, and he was reliable. Like, what more can you want from a fucking commander?
But he also sorted himself out. He made sure that he sorted himself out.
And so Jack, if you was in command of something, if you was in command something, and you was having a boat away, how many times have you said that if you was a military man, right, and you just fucked some place up, and if you wanted a boat, you'd be taking a boat, and if I come up to you and said, "Oh, you can't have that boat."
Oh, a boat? Oh yeah, it's a boat, bruv. It's a boat. I'm not taking gold and silver. I'm taking a boat.
And how much is that boat worth? You could sell it. It's worth the same thing.
I'm not selling it. I'm using it to get the fuck off
you don't
that
know.
island.
My argument is
my boat is probably going to get blown up before I even reach the next one.
If you're having one or two things away, I can turn a blind eye. It depends on if your men are fed and your men are good and Like, people are okay, and the funds from the military aren't going missing.
Okay.
I can turn a blind eye here and there.
Where are you wanting to put him in good?
I'm happy to chuck him. No, second best, I think.
I was going to say 4th. Meet in the middle and go 3.
Yeah, I'll chuck him in 3rd. I'll chuck him in 3rd. Nice. Right, I'll get Salt sorted in a second. We have Berthier.
Brigade General and was good with staff and work. Original skills in the revolution. Gotta like the original stuff. Become the chief of staff, made his own system, devotion.
So I think this guy was more like office based. So yeah, he was
very intelligent. Very good support from Napoleon and worked very hard. Didn't argue against Napoleon. Was very close.
Was very close and
Brave
with Bertier, I think.
Ah, okay.
Wait, I've lost my place now. He could lead, but he preferred not to. He wasn't the first on the list of marshals, but he was on the second. But he was second to none of the marshals. He tried to say to Napoleon about the supply lines in Russia. Worked hard until the very end, but had some problems with other generals and was to blame for Leipzig fall. And he fell from a window and was killed towards the end. He was the one who fell from a window.
Yeah, it's just like Game of Thrones, bruv. He didn't fall from no window or that man got booted out.
My man definitely got booted
100%
out.
someone
Now,
sticks out that window.
I actually want to put him quite high, but I know you're not going to.
Where would you want to put
I
him?
want to put him in goated. And you're like, what the fuck? There's a reason why I want to put him in goated.
Okay.
Because I haven't done it justifiable with my notes there. When I say he was like the office side of things, I mean, Napoleon would go, it's like, imagine you're Napoleon and you going to me, I want to do this and this is how we're going to win. And me going, right, okay, yeah.
Was he an Obama
and you just,
or was he a Rishi Sunak?
well, no, look, this is what I'm trying to say. Let's say you went to me, we're going to have 25,000 cannons, we're going to have this, we're going to do this, and this is how we're going to break the siege. And I'm going to go, that sounds fucking crazy. And then I make it happen for you. That was Berthier to Napoleon. Napoleon would say, this is how we're going to do it. And Berthier was like, right, I've got to make this madness a reality.
Okay, yeah,
do you know what I mean?
I'm with you on that.
Like, right, okay, we've got this plan. Right, how are we going to supply line? How am I going to do this? Right, we need to do this, Napoleon. And we're going to, right, I'll write all the letters and send them over to here, here, and here. I think he's top of goated. I think he is top of goated. I can put him down in goated for you, but I'm making this aware for the camera. I think he's top of goated. He was the reason Napoleon got so much done.
I'll agree with you in putting him in goated.
Yeah. He's above Nave for sure.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Second or third?
I want second.
Go on then.
Yeah? Nice.
Yeah, go on and put him in second middle.
Nice. I like it. Right. Now, this is another great marshal here. Lannes, the one who went too soon. So, we're putting Berthier second, aren't we?
Yeah.
Boom. So we'll get Berthier here. I'll sort this out in a second. And then I will start reading. So, Berthier. No, Lannes. Sorry, we're doing Lannes. Already doing that. So, Lannes. He was the Battle of Arcole. He got wounded. He left the dressing table after being wounded to go and fight in a fresh attack.
Yeah, he was getting patched up
when the French was
retreating.
retreating.
Like, yeah, no, let's go.
Yeah. There was a bond made between him and Napoleon. He went to Egypt with Napoleon. He got shot in the neck, but his men took him back to the medical centre, and that saved his life.
Fucking God, my cock's getting hard for that.
He's goated.
Poor man. his wife had another man's child.
Dickhead,
Remember?
Yeah, no, goated.
Yeah.
My man's a king. My man's a king.
He supported the coup and the crossing in the Alps. Napoleon and him and Victor become great friends, but he could not hold he could hold a grudge. He could hold a grudge.
Yeah.
Yeah. In 1804, he was made a marshal. He had a rivalry with Murat. He fought against the Austrian Empire. Mm-hmm. He helped Murat bluff the armistice to get across the.
So even though he had a fucking problem with him, he still helped him bluff the
That's
enemy.
it.
I like that.
Yeah. He put out the fuse with his fingers. Remember when they were... Yeah. He demanded a duel with Salts. He held the left flanks with Salts. He was praised and...
His wife was a skit. You deserve so much better, bro.
Yeah, man.
So
he was in the Battle of Jena. His troops were fighting for hours. In the Battle of Friedland, he defended well until Napoleon joined. In 1808, he fought in Spain, and he defeated an entire army, making them split into two. He won the siege at Zaragoza. The war against Austria, he was recalled to the siege of Resburg. Mm-hmm. He picked up a ladder himself to inspire the men, and that resulted in a successful attack.
Yes, I remember. This guy's goated, fam. This guy's up there. Oh, God. Lanes, man, if we had you nowadays, bro.
And then, he was...
madness.
He led an attack on the Austrian centre, but was driven back, though his friend was hit with a cannonball. He walked away to gain a few minutes to mourn his friend. Then his leg was also hit with a cannonball and he was took too soon. So he done all of those things and he died so early on. He's at the top of going. He's at the top of going.
100%. No argument.
No argument about it.
Bro.
Nice. Right. And then we have this last guy, which is Devout. Is it Devout?
I believe it is.
Oh no, it's Decal. Oh wait, let's see. No, it is Devout. I've just spelled it wrong.
Okay,
Remember to try and break it up. If you think it's an end of a sentence, try and break it up.
Yeah. But I'm autistic too, bro.
Yeah, I know. That's why you actually understand it slightly. Okay, so we got Lannes. Right, I'm doing Lannes at the top. Right, and now Devout. Go on, give us a brief.
Devout was there at Egypt and had some success. Was promoted and was married to Napoleon's sister-in-law. Ooh, naughty boy.
Naughty.
Had high standards for his troops and ruthless at sacking people who didn't meet his standards.
Ooh.
Now, I'll give you that. If you think someone's, going to weigh you down, fuck them off. 1804, made a marshal, and his third court battle of Auschwitz.
Yeah, Auschwitz.
70 miles in 2 days. Arrived at dawn for Napoleon. My guy had moved his entire platoon in 2 days to get there.
Hell.
By dawn. Crazy. Battle of Vienna, slaughtered the Prussian army by himself.
So I think remember one of the first battles, one of the very first battles.
Yeah.
Where Napoleon made the mistake where he didn't realise the whole army was going up the left flank and he only had like that one division at the top.
Yeah.
And they had to defend it. And that one division defended the whole army and saved the fucking thing. This was that fucking marshal.
Mad.
Yeah. So where was you at?
Literally just there.
At the Battle of Alia, he inspired his men. He was more respected than loved. He had a 4-day campaign in Wagram. He was originally criticised, but he knew what was ahead and held his men. So he was criticised, but he said, no, we're just going to stay here, basically. Fought off a large assault, then launched a counter-offensive. 2 major campaigns, he had victories. In the invasion of Russia, he was a spear tip of the invasion at the Smolensk. People wanted him to be taken down a step or two, because he'd gained so much.
And he formed the rear guard for the first retreat, was a strong independent command, and was left not in the main fight where Napoleon came back. He was there to meet him at the defence of Paris. He escorted Napoleon to the coast and supported Ney.
And he supported Ney?
So he supported Ney. He escorted Napoleon to the coast. And he likes getting balls.
I think it goes Lannes first, Deval.
Lannes, Deval, and then
Berthier.
Then the order continues. But I've got to put him noted.
And I'm actually happy with everyone else as well.
Everything else I'm happy with. Victor.
Fucking scumbag.
Oh, mate, why couldn't your wife fucking plough some other geezer?
Oh, honestly, you deserve to have a fucking kid.
I'll tell you what, right? If anyone knows, comment down below if you know anywhere, if there's like the burial sites maybe of the Marshals, if they're in like a museum or if they're...
Where are you going with this, Jack?
I want to go over to like France or something. I want to go and see...
Oh, yeah, okay.
Like,
I thought you were going to go piss on Victor's grave or something. I was like, that's a bit...
No, yeah, that did kind of...
Yeah.
It was going that way.
It did seem like that it was going that way.
Yeah. It was going that way, but no. It would be good to go see like more stuff of the Napoleonic era, uniforms, battles, paintings, everything like that if we can. And it would be good. It would be cool if we could go and pay respects to a couple of marshals.
It would be absolutely sick.
Just to go there and have a look. It'd be crazy.
Guys, I'm trying to make it bigger for you. My PC. So in our goated, there you go. You have it there. Deval, Lannes, Oudinot, Berthier, Le Brave, Souchet, our good old Ney, Ingrid, MacDonald, Audriot, Salts, Massena, Moncey, Marmont, Decent, Murat, Bessieres, Polowinski, Bernadotte, Mortier, could be better, Surreal, terrible at these names, Kellerman, Jourdan, Grouchy,
Jourdan and Grouchy.
Then Narfam, Bjorn, Peregrine, and Sincere. And then fuck off the screen. Scumbag. Doesn't deserve to even be there. Should never have been promoted. Don't give a fuck. That is our list. It took us a minute. We've been drinking. We've been enjoying ourselves. We hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, you know what you need to do. You need to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and we will catch you.
Also, in the comments down below, let us know who you think is your number one favourite marshal.
Yes.
And who you think really should go and join Jobsworth down there.
Right? Yeah, if there's anyone else to go down there. And yeah, anything you think is different, let us know. We love reading the comments. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell.
Don't put the comments in French.
We will catch you in the next video.
See you in a bit, guys.